Hi, it's Claire and welcome to Needle Say More. This week I wanted to show you the Bedrock tees that I've been making. So this t-shirt is view B and I added a little bit longer to the sleeves. So this short sleeve would have finished about there and I added about 18 centimetres because I wanted it just above the elbow, because sometimes when it's an in-between length I don't always like that bit of my arm. So I added it on, so it's a drop sleeve. I added 2.5 centimetres across the chest here to drop the armhole a little bit, because I'm 5'10". Sometimes I find under the arm here they can dig in a little bit. So since I've been adding 2.5 centimetres across here, it's just giving me a bit more space under the arms, because when you're tall, you're kind of tall here and tall here. If you're very petite, this might work as well, taking out across the chest here to give you less of a distance from the neckline kind of to the bust point. I added 5 centimetres into the length because it's a high-low hem and it's shorter at the front. It is a t-shirt that's kind of designed to be worn over things, and if it had been too short I don't think it would have looked right over jeans and things. So I'm glad that I added the length into it. So this version I made completely on the overlocker. I didn't use my sewing machine at all. So to top stitch the neckband I did a flatlock seam around here to add a finishing touch. I did a flatlock seam across the bottom of the sleeves to hem it. So if I show you the inside, just like that, and I did it all around the hem of the bottom as well. And it is a high-low hem, so you can see it's shorter at the front and longer at the bottom. It's designed to be oversized, and I do really like the way it fits, because it's kind of fitted here but then it's loose on the sleeves and kind of loose around here. I do quite like the bold print. I made it a little while ago and I have put off wearing it because every time I put it on I feel like it's a bit bold, but today it's a really grey, rainy February day, so I feel like I do need a bit of colour and a bit of print, especially on a day like today. I made the size 14, which was to my measurements. I didn't size up or size down because it is meant to be oversized, and I am happy with the way it fits. I don't think I'd want it any tighter or any looser, because you do want it fitted down here and kind of looser lower down, so it's not clinging to my hips or my waist when I move. This is the other version of the Bedrock Tee that I made. If you've seen the tutorial of me making this, you'll know that I made it from a charity shop dress that I got for £2, and it had lots of panels in it, and I cut it up to make the t-shirt. So because it's a stripe, I played around a little bit with the stripes. So on the neckband I had the stripes go in vertical, and then the stripes here horizontal. I had to do a centre front seam because I didn't have a big enough piece to cut the front on the fold, and then I've top stitched that centre front seam. I'm not normally a big fan of pockets on the bust because I just think it's an area you don't necessarily want a pocket in. I'd never put one in, but because I was playing with the stripes I quite like the vertical on top of the horizontal stripes. This one, oh look at that pattern matching on the shoulder, that looks good. This one I did make to the cap sleeve length, and I think in the summer I might wear it, but I do prefer the other version that comes a bit longer, because just that bit of my arms I do like covered up. So this is just to the normal length. I did lengthen it 2.5 centimetres across here because I'm tall that way, and this one has got 5 centimetres added in the length. And then on the back you can see that I had to piece it together on the back because I didn't have a big enough piece to cut it on the fold. And the back, the print is going in different directions, and I also had to put a yoke in to get it out. But I think it does work well, and I think it is a really fun t-shirt, and I don't think you can tell that it's been cut up from a dress. I think it just looks like a quirky t-shirt. Again, this is the size 14, just with the height adjustments and with the sleeve of the view B. So these are my 2 versions of the Bedrock Tee. I'd love to know if you're thinking about making it, let me know. Or if you've got any questions about how I made it or changes I made, please let me know. Thanks for watching.